I have another little informational segment for you. These are the things that if you're thinking you want to buy real property now that you need to do to get ready. The first thing that you need to do before you do anything else is check your credit. You want to make sure what your credit score is, and you want to make sure if there's any information on your credit report that's not valid. If it's not valid, it's not difficult to dispute it, and I'll be glad to help you with that. But before you get started in the home buying process, before you look at any properties, you need to make sure that your credit's as good as you think it is. Even if you've seen your credit in the last year or two, it's always a good idea to double check it now. There's an additional reason why you need to check your credit now is you need to it'll help you by getting pre-qualified, it'll make you a better buyer in the market. And I will be talking about why getting pre-qualified is important in an upcoming segment. The next thing you need to do is fix anything that's wrong with your credit report. If there's some derogatory information on your credit report that you think is not true, it's very easy to get rid of that. If it is true, then there may be some things that we can do to mitigate it, but that takes more time, and you need to have the time to do that before you start looking to buy a house. Having better credit will save you on the interest rate. You also need to make sure that you save enough money for the down payment. If you haven't saved any money for the down payment, now's a good time to start. FHA has a program where you can buy a home with 3.5% down payment. So just for conversation's sake, on a house of $350,000, including down payment and closing costs, having $20,000 will be good. If you have less than $20,000, we may be able to help you anyway because we can ask the seller to help us with closing costs. That does create some other problems, but we'll worry about that then. If you want to know the specifics when getting pre-qualified, we'll tell you exactly how much you need and how close to ready you are. Now, once we get all that done and we get pre-qualified, getting pre-qualified, the loan officer will tell us how much cash you need to close, how much we need to ask the seller for, if any. They're going to tell us what the monthly payment is going to be, including principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, and what the maximum property that you can afford to buy is. If you like all of that, if you think you can live with that payment, we will then go about looking to see if we can find a house in that price range that meets your needs. Once we do all that, we go out and look for the house. That's all. Look for us in our next segment about why I should get qualified.